Have you ever found yourself completely obsessing over opening digital card packs? Like just desperately trying to find that one missing sticker to finish a set in your favorite mobile game? Well, you are definitely not alone. Welcome to today's Explainer. We're going to be laser focused on one of the absolutely most powerful meta features in modern game design. I'm talking about the collection feature. We're going to unpack exactly why developers are layering these collectible albums, sticker packs, and character sets right over their core gameplay. And as you'll see, we'll look at how this seemingly simple little addition fundamentally transforms both player engagement and, well, the game's bottom line. So here's our game plan for today. First, we'll look at the psychology of collecting. Then, business value and retention. Number 3, the anatomy of a collection. 4, dealing with duplicates. And finally, number 5, real game examples. Let's get into it. All right, section 1, the psychology of collecting, or why digital hoarding is so incredibly addictive. To really understand this, we've got to recognize a fundamental truth about virtual worlds. Accomplishments, as totally frivolous and intangible as they might seem to an outsider, they are deeply meaningful to gamers. Seriously, whether it's racking up an Xbox gamertag score or just finishing a sticker album in a casual mobile game, these digital artifacts, they act as proof, right? Proof of our effort, our time, our skill. They're not just pixels on a screen, they're genuine personal achievements. And the business reality behind this? It is literally staggering. A massive 72% of top-grossing US iOS games now use collectible albums. That number is huge. It absolutely proves that developers have realized something crucial. Just giving players a fun core game loop, like matching candies or shooting targets, is kind of no longer enough. Players crave long-term goals, and collections, they deliver exactly that. But who exactly is doing all this collecting? Well, game researchers point to a few specific player archetypes. First up, you've got your treasure hunters. These folks live for that dopamine-fueled thrill of unearthing that one elusive, ultra-rare card. Then there are the expressionists. They're seeking deep customization and personal flair, making sure their digital identity is just perfect. And of course, we can't forget the social status seekers. They're driven by the sheer, undeniable prestige of showing off a completed, exclusive collection to their friends, or, let's be honest, showboating to their rivals. So, how do developers actually keep these players hooked once they start collecting? 2 words: sunk cost fallacy. This is a super powerful psychological principle where people just keep investing time and resources simply to avoid feeling like their previous efforts were wasted. Think about it. Once you're, say, 80% done with a limited additional digital album, walking away feels like a massive waste of all the grinding you've already done. This compels players to just push through to the very end. It acts as an incredibly potent retention strategy. Moving on to Section 2, business value and retention. Why developers absolutely love collections. It is wild to look at the explosive growth of album features in top games over just a 4-year window. We're talking a jump from 21% adoption back in 2017 to that massive 72% in 2021. That shows a complete industry shift. The market basically realized that building a great core game, that's really only step 1. Layering a compelling metagame on top of it is what actually sustains a title for years and years. The business benefits here are absolutely everywhere. In super crowded genres like Match 3, slots, or solitaire, having a unique collection system totally differentiates a game from dozens of clones. It gives players long-term depth, and the best part for developers? They don't even need to recode the core mechanics. Plus, it balances game difficulty by offering these cool meta-layer rewards, and it creates entirely new monetization sinks, like selling card packs, without ever introducing pay-to-win mechanics that would completely ruin the competitive balance. It's a total win-win. All right, Section 3, Anatomy of a Collection. Let's look at the key fundamentals of a perfect system. Let's walk through the standard album loop. We'll use the hit card game Gin Rummy Stars as a really perfect, easy-to-understand example. So, step 1, players just play standard matches to earn card packs, or, they can simply buy them. Step 2, they head over to a dedicated inventory space to rip open those packs. Step 3, the cards automatically fill out limited edition thematic sets. And finally, Step 4, completing a set triggers coin prizes, which ultimately pushes players toward this massive grand prize for finishing the whole album. Now, the really crucial point here is that implementing specific rules is what transforms a simple little feature into a major revenue driver. First, the rewards have to feel truly valuable, whether that's aesthetic, gameplay-based, or just pure rarity. Second, you gotta use clear visual rarity tiers. Think gold or diamond borders to really signal what an item is worth. Third, provide a specific zone or album so players can actually track their progress. And finally, link these collections to limited time events. That creates urgency, classic FOMO, which drives engagement straight through the roof. Next up, Section 4, dealing with duplicates and maintaining value in older collectibles. Okay, we have all been there. Nothing, and I mean nothing, kills player motivation faster than earning a hard-fought reward, opening it up, and it's something you already have. If duplicates are completely worthless, players feel cheated. It totally devalues their time and investment. But smart systems, they use gift point economies. Instead of a worthless duplicate, those extra cards are automatically converted into a new currency, like stars or magic dust. Once you get enough, you trade them in for a brand new gift or bonus pack. It literally turns a super frustrating moment into an exciting new opportunity. And this actually leads us to a golden rule of game design. Never, ever devalue old collectibles. Think about it. If you grind for a whole month to earn a rare item, and then the developer releases an update the very next day that makes it totally irrelevant, yeah, trust is broken. You have to extend the lifespan of past collections. This ensures players continue to feel respected and proud of their hard-earned investments, which protects that all-important long-term retention. All right, on to Section 5, real game examples. Let's see how totally different genres apply this feature. You can see these exact psychological hooks seamlessly adapted across entirely different player audiences. Take a hardcore battle royale shooter like PUBG Mobile. Collections there are purely cosmetic, right? Rare outfits and emotes to show off in combat. Then you have the card game, Gin Rummy's Stars, using limited edition sticker albums. Cash Frenzy uses stamp collections to break up the monotony of casino slots. And the RPG AFK Arena, they use something called hero unions, where collecting specific sets of characters actually unlocks real statistical bonuses for your team. But actually, there is a flip side to these systems that we definitely need to acknowledge. Researchers looking at the mobile gaming market have pointed out this stark contrast between standard collection systems and a highly controversial mechanic known as the complete gacha, where a standard collection gives you fun, incremental rewards and bonuses just for partial set completion. Complete gacha takes a very different, all-or-nothing approach. So what is complete gacha? Well, it's a mechanic that requires players to collect an entire set of randomized items just to unlock the final reward. Zero value is given to partial progress. Literally zero. If you need 10 pieces and you have 9, you get absolutely no benefit. It heavily weaponizes that sunk cost fallacy we talked about earlier, holding all your previous time and money hostage until you pull that final, elusive piece. It's so incredibly aggressive that it's actually been heavily restricted by the industry in certain regions. And that brings us to the end of our explainer. Collection features are undeniable powerhouses of engagement. They give players immense satisfaction, deeper goals, and highly personalized experiences, all while driving massive revenue for developers. But as we've just seen, the psychological mechanics powering them are incredibly potent. So I'll leave you with this final thought. When does designing an engaging, long-term reward system cross the line into actually exploiting the sunk cost fallacy? It's a fascinating question for the future of digital entertainment. Thanks so much for joining me today, and keep exploring.